Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So, in this lecture, we'll see what are the career opportunities or what are the growth that you have in the teaching field, right? So, many might be interested to know what are the growth we have in the teaching field, right? So, if you want to get into teaching, MTech is a minimum requirement. If you want to teach B students, BTech or B, then MTech is a minimum requirement. If you want to teach diploma students, then B is enough, right? So MTech is minimum requirement. Nowadays, the trend has come. If you want to apply in NITs, IITs, and other government and number one private institutions, PhD is mandatory nowadays. So if you do PhD, it's always good. It's not always good. You have to do if you want to take your teaching job as your permanent job, and if you want to go forward in that direction, then you have to do PhD at any cost. So if you do a PhD, your pay will be very good. And even I'll tell you what is a pay and all. Yeah, pay will be, see, again I'm giving you a value. Pay depends, but still if you do a PhD, your pay can go anywhere from let us say at least from, I'll go with 65 to 1.5 lakh, depends. 1.5 lakh is only for government NITs and all. Okay, again it depends on experience, how many paper you have published. Okay, when you say you're done PhD, it depends like how many paper you have published. Simply publishing paper will not help you. There's certain international journals where how many conferences you are given, whether you're written any textbooks or not. So all those counts. Based on that, I'm telling you that 1.5. But 65 is a normal salary what you get if you finish a PhD. Because I told you, like when I was working with just my MTech and as a fresher, I was getting 35,000. People were getting 42 also, and even 42, 45 is possible in Bangalore. If you work, there are some colleges which will pay you 42 initially, uh, just with a MTech degree and as a fresher tag, or at least 1 or 2 month experience you have, you get that. But again, depends how you're going to teach. Your communication skills, the way you teach, your knowledge, everything matters. What are the project work you handle, then all those things matter, right? But still, I'm giving an average thing. It's very good if you get into teaching, and if you finish PhD, your life is settled. You don't have to worry. It's and the respect you get, if you have seen your faculties getting the respect, and that is a very good job what you can do. So good pay after PhD and experience. Should have good knowledge in subjects. The thing is that you should have good knowledge in subjects. It's not like you go to class, you do time pass with students, give them some important questions and say, read these important questions, come. That is not going to help you out. And in that way, one thing is, you'll not have that image in front of students, and also you are spoiling students career. So that should not happen. So what you can do is, you should have enough knowledge. Hmm, take courses from others, keep on learning, and try to have a command on all the subjects. Actually what happens, I'll tell you the reality. The reality is that, let us say I've done my MTech in structural engineering. So most of the colleges will give you a subject related to this. Let's say 80, 70, 75% of the college will give subjects regarding structural engineering only. Like you get to teach elements of civil engineering. Okay, engineering. You get to teach subjects like strength of materials, structure analysis, and then RCC. You get to teach steel structure. You get to teach precast, I'll write steel, uh, precast. Okay, precast structures. Which one I left out? Of course, and of course the structural dynamics, the earthquake, those things you get. But again, initially, if you're working in a big college which is having good name, if I take colleges like RV Ramaya and Bangalore, Reva universities and all, in that case you don't get the subjects like structure dynamics earthquake, because they have enough faculty to can handle the subject. But you can expect elements of civil engineering, strength of materials, structure analysis, RCC, and steel. By default you're going to get any of these subjects. Okay, so make sure if you want to get into teaching, make sure you have a good command on these subjects, right? That's the first thing. In some colleges what happens is that they have enough faculties in structural field, and they're working from many years. So then what happens, ultimately, if you don't get a subject in SOM, SA, RCC, they may give you subjects like concrete technology. Okay, concrete technology anyone can teach unless you have that knowledge. BMCT, you get a subject like BMCT to teach, BMCT. Okay, BMCT. Then of course, other than that, they will give you subjects like hydrology, then irrigation. Even though even though you're from structure background, sometimes if there is no subjects which is left to give, then they have to fill those subjects, right? Then they need to assign some subject to. Then in that case, they give you hydrology, irrigation, all those things, and you are supposed to teach it. There's no other way, there is no other way. So if you want to get into teaching, make sure you know all the subjects very well. Try to make notes also. Whatever notes you're made, try to preserve those notes. Try to have a good command over the subject, and also have a aim of doing PhD in future. You get and this job is best among all the job that you have in the world. Whether you become a structure consultant, you work as a site engineer, quantity surveyor, 3D estimation, whatever you do, this job cannot beat, but provided you have a PhD. And you go 9 o'clock in the morning, come back at 5 o'clock, done. You take one or two class. If you reach to the senior position, hardly will have one class in a day. But if you're a fresher, minimum, I'll tell you, minimum they give you two subjects. Most of the colleges, I'll tell you how it works out. Let me take it out. So usually what happens, it depends. The college where I was working, I used to get only one subject. Okay, that is one way of giving one subject they give, and you have to teach it for one or two sections sometimes. One or two sections. One or two sections. Okay, that's the one thing you may get. So there, most of the colleges, 75 to 80% of the colleges, they give two subjects. This is the minimum load what a faculty has to take. He has to take two subjects, but that will for one section. So that is how it goes. When they give you two subjects, it will be for one section. Sometimes it will be for two section. Most of the time it is only for one section if they give you two subject. If they give you only one subject, then it will be for one, two, or sometimes it can go to three sections also, but depends what is the strength in that college, right? And then along with that, plus you have to handle two labs. So this is a minimum requirement, two labs. So labs can be anything. Sometimes, most of the time, you get structural lab in the sense, it depends in which sem you're teaching it. Okay, it depends on the syllabus. You may handle concrete technology, BMCT lab, geotechnical. There is every chance you get all these labs, and you're supposed to teach it. So this is how it actually works out. So get yourself prepared to this. Okay. Second thing is that, like I told, you need to do MTech. So there are a few colleges. One is NIT Patna. NIT Patna. There you can do your MTech plus PhD. MTech plus PhD together, and it will be like 5 to 6 years, I guess. Not sure. Yeah, it's 5 to 6 years. One of my colleague working in my previous college, he had done his MTech and PhD both together from NIT Patna, and today he has finished his PhD and is getting around 80-85,000 in NIT Patna. He's working in NIT Patna only. He's getting 80-85,000. Okay, so that is a trend you have. And then along with that, you can earn other revenues also. Because if you're very good in research and all, you get government funded projects where you can get money, you can do the research work. Okay, then along with that, of course you can start your consultancy. Because if you go to colleges like in Bangalore, we have RV College, Ramaya College, top colleges in Bangalore. What you have, all the faculties, most of the faculties, they are either MTech and they have PhD, and over that they do consultancy also, right? And they earn good, and that is a level of quality they have. When you go to such colleges, and you can do both. From 9 to 5 you work in the college, along with that you do your consultancy work, you earn good, right? You can go for the you can go for the site inspection also. So everything can be done, right? I already have told those point here, but still I'm making it clear here. Yeah, so then should have good knowledge in subjects. Start preparing for from final year. This cannot happen. You'll wait. If see, I'll tell you a few things. I've seen many people, they say, if I don't get any job, I'll get into teaching job. Then you won't be successful in that job. If you're very passionate enough in teaching, try to prepare from your final year only. Try to have a good command over all those subjects. And if you get any subject tomorrow, you can teach it and all, right? Because what happens if you don't prepare and all, tomorrow once you get a job as a teaching, in one day you need to prepare for two subjects. Now imagine you got a subject like strength of materials, and in another class you need to teach RCC. Then it's quite difficult for you to prepare for two subjects unless you have a notes ready. Because first you need to understand then you're supposed to teach them. So if you start to practice all these things, make a notes, then it will be easy for you. So try, if you're really passionate about this, is what I'm, this is from my experience and from my knowledge I'm telling, right? That's how. So sometimes there are colleges where I've seen my friends taking 4 subjects, forget about 2 subjects, they're taking 4 subjects in a day, and that too they get SOM, RCC, and they have to take concrete technology and other subjects. So but that is the, I mean, when you work in such low colleges and all, that is what happens. Okay, that is how it is. Okay, and along with that, what happens if you get into teaching field, you can even prepare for the government exam, because you're learning, you're teaching to them, you remember that. And in the government exams, all the questions are from the engineering background. So that is an added advantage what you can get if you get into the teaching field. Like I mentioned, along with the teaching, you can start your consultancy, site inspection, you can do AutoCAD planning and all. So that is how you're supposed to do. Along with that, you can give private tuitions, you teach in the college, private tuitions you give at your home to different engineering colleges, right? Or you can even teach 8th, 9th, 10th standard students, because the amount of students you get in this sector, like 8th, 9th, 10th, is more than the amount of students you get for engineering. Usually people, those who get into engineering, they don't go for home tuitions. So you get students from 8th, 9th or 10th standard students. Since you have a teaching experience, you can teach them, and their subjects are hardly mathematics, science, which is a very basic level subjects, and you can start earning money from there. So I always tell, have a second source of income. Don't depend on a single source of income. Then the Udemy courses, you can do that. YouTube journey, whatever you teach in the college, you can come on the social media. Like you can start your own YouTube channel. From there also you can start earning. So there are ways of earning money, and that is what you can do. Now, coming to the how to apply for the teaching job, whatever process I explained you for the site engineering job, same thing. Again, you can go to the colleges, drop your resumes there, tell them if there is any vacancy, let me know. Okay, and all those things. Check YouTube channel. Of course, YouTube channel will not help you in getting a teaching job. There are very, I don't think there are any channels on YouTube which will help you to get you know vacancies update regarding the teaching job. Check college websites, that's the best way to do. Go to any of the college website. Let us, if I want to apply in Anjuman Engineering College, or if I want to apply in NIT College, RV Ramaya, go to the website. They have a portion called as careers. Let me show it live to you. Okay, I'll go for RV College of Engineering. Okay, these are the top colleges in Bangalore. But again, getting there is not easy unless you have PhD. You can try for Reva University and all. They're good. RV. Yeah, you came here. So there's an option here. Yeah, career opportunity. You can see it here. Click on that. And now he is telling they at present, I think they don't have anything. Just copy this mail ID, copy it, Control C, go to the mail, right? Applying for the position of assistant professor. Hello, sir. And tell that you are passionate about applying. I'm attaching my resume below. If there is any vacancies, and just a formal mail you're supposed to put. That's how you're supposed to do. Now I've told you for one college, there are hundreds of college, right? Take top 100 engineering colleges in India, Karnataka, Bangalore, wherever you want. Come, you have to do that. That's the way. The simple method, instead of doing all these things, the best way is that is one more thing. LinkedIn hardly you get any connections for teaching, but still you can do that because all those are teaching, all those are in the teaching field, all those professors, assistant professors, they are on LinkedIn. Connect to them, ask if there is any vacancies in the college, drop a resume to them. Another option you can do. Naukri Monster, not required. Don't get much opportunity there. Best thing I'll tell you, note down this www.facultyplus.com, right? So remember this. First, I'll click on this. Yeah, facultyplus.com. So here you get all those updates. I'll paste it here, facultyplus.com. And here you get updates regarding all the vacancies you have in entire India. Now, where you want to apply? Okay, this is Faculty Plus. You want to apply for engineering job. Good. Which faculty? Civil faculty. I'll click on civil faculty job. And then I'll go to, yeah, now you can see the list here. Where is that? Yeah, you can see all the list here, no? See? Sai Rajeshwari Institute of Technology, Andhra Pradesh, wanted dean. So again, you can do this thing. You can sort it out. Like you can filter it out. Where is that filter? A lot of ads coming. I don't remember. I used to do it long back. There's a filter here where you can apply. They'll ask you what kind of job you're looking for, assistant professor or a professor, whatever. You go and you can do that filter here. Otherwise, the best thing is that they have a uh, non-teaching lecture teaching job. What is okay? So there is one option here. I'm not able to find it. There is one. You can subscribe to their channel. Okay. The moment you subscribe, try to search where it is. Even I'm not getting. Okay. Try to search it. So the moment you subscribe to their channel, you don't have to come here every day. What you do is you get mail from them every day. Even today, even now also I'm getting mail. You can see faculty plus. I'll click on that. So daily you can see the list of all the colleges where the vacancies are. So you can come now. Here you can see the vacancies, right? Wanted project fellow. Can you see that all the vacancies for today's vacancy? This I got 3 hours ago. So daily I get this. So if I'm interested, you can click on any of this. You can see everything. Whatever I saw there, no, same thing will get here. Click here. For example, wanted part-time teachers. I'll click on this. That's it. See, you get everything. You get everything here. They'll tell what department you're looking for, what is a monthly salary, what is your requirement, how you need to apply, where you have to send the CV, when is the interview, and all those things you are going to get. For more details, you can click here, and this is how you're supposed to apply for the job, for the teaching job, right? Yeah. So I hope up to here your concepts are clear. You got an idea how you can apply for the teaching job. What are the roles? Along with that, you'll be having other works also in teaching job. You need to do mentoring of students. Then you have to, uh, keep a file track record of a students, and all the other activities will be there. But you get a very good pay if you're done with PhD. Even with the MTech and a good academic performance with a good project knowledge and all, you get good pay. Going to the side job, I would recommend you to go for a teaching job, but provided you have interest in that job. Not Don't go behind the money, because initially if you may like money, but after that even the growth in the teaching field is not that great. I mean, when I say growth, if you don't do PhD, then it's quite difficult. But if you do a PhD, it's very good. And growth is good. It's not like there is no growth initially. When you compare with the salary you get good the teaching. But again, hike every time, it depends on the college. Okay, but still it's a very good job you can do. There's no problem in that. Depends what is what is your expectation and what is the salary expectation. Now if you're thinking I want to earn 2 lakh rupees per month, this job is not for you. Leave everything, start your own business. Only then you, or you become politician, that is where you can earn in lakhs. No, no, sir, I'm happy with 60 70,000 per month. You can join. I mean, you can apply for teaching job, do your PhD. 60,000 easily you can make it, not a big issue. Depends what is the expectation, what is the salary expectation. Based on that you can do that, right? So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.